Oh. Oh. I didn't put the camera up. What the hell is this stream? Oh. What's up? Get to something again. I realized that I didn't have my glasses on, and then I realized that I did the camera up. And then the camera settings are all wrong. Relatable. Yeah, I'm trying my best to be as relatable as possible. Hello, Jace the First, hello Devatron, how are you two doing today? Welcome to the video game broadcast brought to you by videogames at videogames.com/videogames.endaline. So there might be a reaction today, but I was anticipating having breakfast when I woke up, so probably not. My internet cut out almost 9 hours ago with no resolution in sight. Have your ISP at least been like, hey, yeah, your internet is out, or... Okay, what's up?
Yes?
Came here to talk about responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
Good, we're on the same page then.
If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my advice.
The network and all shouted I contacted the MSP about an hour ago, and they said they have no update other than the technician will be working on it at some point in the future. What? It's unrelated to my previous issues, but goddamn. Dude, if we have any problems over here, any problems at all, like, you know, let's say a tree falls over, like a internet service line or whatever. They're on that in like 30 minutes. If I called my ISP and they were like, "Oh yeah, someone will be working on it at some point. They'll fix it eventually," I would like lose my mind, I think. What, paradise? I don't even feel like this is paradise, though. It's just the way it works for you is just awful. No, I meant la responsabilité, you know, that kind of gets assigned.
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
Spread your arms wide for this whole situation.
Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
How did you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudran, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment.
How do you know about that? I didn't tell you that.
If I were trying to get in touch with the Coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything...
How goes the game? Pretty good. We have a lot of stuff to do. A lot of things happening. Life moves on. I haven't unlocked any of these checks. No, oh god damn it. I need to move my Discord. We've made very little progress on the murder, but I'm about to get involved in a second murder investigation. Who are these guys?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
That's says the young man with piss F slur written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Was it a good idea on the lieutenant's part to get into this? Don't even answer that. Just leave. You can always come back later, on your own terms.
We don't have time for this, let's go. Yeah, I'm coming back later on my own terms.
The palm tree livery should be, like, pastel green. Fucking tropic shit.
I can see it. Bright as day. Oh, if we were skulls right now.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Okay.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
I wonder if the reason they censor the F slur is because the voice actors didn't want to say it.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs. These skull people are more than an authority. They're deities.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
Ah, I'm so glad you asked.
The question was rhetorical. The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Besmetine, or the Besmeti, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word. They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Point to the yard.
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the whirling in rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Believe me, I know specters.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything.
You guys know
He
Cindy?
looks very uncomfortable.
Do you guys know Cindy's goal?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
I see you kids are into anodic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Oh, sorry? He exclaims and stops himself, processing the rest of your question.
Be wary of the abyss.
And both dance ominously points a finger to his temple.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
I just wanted to talk about music and now there's a conflict all of a sudden. It's too much. Nervous to shake your head.
That's right. You should back off and let silence rule supreme.
What is wrong with you? Now you're just empowering these punks.
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us. The vehicle of our future operations. Death and nothingness.
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs want to eat.
Just trust me and follow my lead.
So boys, wanna feed the dogs?
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable. The other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless continuing to steal glances at the lieutenant's motor carriage.
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Nice.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly asks and whispers something to his friend.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now? Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Turn to the blonde youth. Why does your jacket have piss F slur written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Oh, okay.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also,
Any bags?
you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And
No.
since the Grand Piper
Hello,
is slowly
Mr.
but
Line.
steadily moving
I
towards
noticed
basing
that there
the
has not
economy on
been
it,
any React
attention.
content in over 10 days. Is this the official transition from a React channel to a gaming channel? Please clarify.
Thank you so much for the short period subscription with 62 monthly. Much appreciated, Mikado, Minado, and Potato. Welcome back to everybody, and Rolf and Emoticons. The reason it has been in React is because I wasn't sure when I wanted to do them, and then I decided yesterday I'm probably going to do them on Saturdays and Sundays. And I said I would do it today, but the problem is that I had breakfast served when I woke up, so... I guess you have to wait until next weekend, and we'll do some React streaming. But no, we have not transitioned away from reacting. We just had a little bit of a dip in reacting while we were in the interim between schedules. Wait, that has been 10 days? Didn't I react last Tuesday? Thursday? Yeah, it has been 10 days. No, that's how days work. I forgot about that. There's 7 days in a week. It isn't 5. I don't know why I thought there were 5 days in a week. Yeah, we're gonna dig a tariff. Well, we'll move over to a. I figured we'd do a Saturday and Sunday schedule. That way, it will probably work for most people that have suggested videos. Because I know the Tuesdays and Thursdays wouldn't necessarily work for everyone. We were gonna do one today, but like I said, I had food served, and I don't want to start the stream jumping into a React thing. So look forward to next week, I guess, when we continue and hopefully start catching up with some videos again. Oh my god, there's so many videos. I hope you're having a fantastic time right now, sir. What?
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Cool.
That much is true. It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Why do you have a Fuck the World? Why do you have Fuck the World written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Blow it up.
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking some one. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Good call. Who can disagree with that?
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey Kim, lower your voice.
Yes?
Do you think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are 2 of us and 2 of these jackets.
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss F-slur or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, give me just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That works. I feel like more of a F the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Half-light. We need half-light. This gives me half-light. This gives me half-light. Okay. Bill +3.
That ride is fucking
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
So we are at a 9, and we need a 14, so we're gonna roll a 5 or higher.
No, no, no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Wait, how?
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Raise your voice. Not even prospects and already aspire to be kings?
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
Damn, keep us up with me.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yeah, we want to be a cool killer skulls too, like you guys. But we don't have the skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
You got it. No need for cruelty.
Here was that piss F-slur jacket, yeah. You offer us your jackets like that? It'd be impolite to refuse. Reach out your hand.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Eyes.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more of a piss F-slur kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're up here. We could really raise hell, go undercover, hard.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Still, it's good to know we have a pair in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
Oh, the need will arise. Here's how we'll do it. As soon as this conversation is done, you put on the fuck the world jacket. We'll take it from there.
Okay?
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
The dark-haired young man just stands there defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Get the police coming straight from the underground. Hi, Alpha. Step up. And there. Camera really, yeah. Camera really, yeah. Okay, I also have to put this jacket on, so I'm gonna do it.
Good. Step 1 complete. Now, let the lieutenant feast his eyes on the fruits of the tree of cool.
Do a little twirl.
Yes, you're really showing off that aggressive slogan there.
You've got to work your way into this thing. The subtle way. Wind him up a little. Don't immediately go for the kill. Subtle, like the aesthetic cacophony the two of you are making right now. Look at this shit. The visual fields make no sense. You're like a pair of white socks in brown sandals right now. It's disgusting.
Kim, you and I, this dynamic duo, me in the Fear of the World jacket and you in that old bomber jacket, visually it just doesn't make sense anymore.
Detective, what are you talking about?
Plow ahead. Don't let him slow you down.
Fortunately for you, I'm still holding on to this sweet as Fjörk piss F-slur jacket. Funny how life is sometimes.
This is one of those times where you're just going to keep talking no matter what I say, isn't it?
Imagine two cops who only know each other for a few days. Yet such is their devotion, their bond, that they don these two jackets, Fjörk the World and Piss F-slur. Tell me, Kim, what are the odds that after all that they failed to solve the case while wearing these two jackets?
A long moment passes as the lieutenant considers his words.
The odds are quite high. It doesn't care if we're in leather jackets that say fuck the world and piss on their backs. I'm afraid the RCM is going to have our asses for this.
The RCM is gonna solve this, Kim. You and I are together. Hold out the jacket.
With a look of utter disbelief, the lieutenant slips into the jacket.
Hey! Yo, Shosha, what's up? How are you doing? Wish you could see yourself right now, Kim. Wipe your eye.
The cool factor might hit me later. Right now, it feels like a joke gone too far.
Piss and Fjörk on the case, all in, bust in the bank.
That's what I'm afraid of. We better solve this thing fast. Let's be clear about one thing. The first chance I get, this thing's coming off. And that will be it. No take-backs, no follow-up conversations. That's it. Do you understand?
He means it. The moment your jacket comes off, so does his. That means you're probably going to have to keep fucking the world till the end of days.
Oh.
Alright, fuck. Time to solve a murder. As counterintuitive as it might seem in these jackets. Let's go.
Well, guess we're wearing this jacket for the foreseeable future.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
That's a lot of hours. Nice. It lowered his authority, he can swear now. Well, he wasn't swearing, he was just calling me by my name.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build, looks like he slipped, fell through the hole in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Officers piss and fuck on the case, so beautiful, yeah.
Any signs of violence?
No, seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found the library card from his pocket.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamlock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Magine.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Oh.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? Still no word, I'm afraid, sir.
Well,
I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
what happened to Jamrock Public Library?
I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open
Oh
from
my
10
God.
a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try again during business.
Anything else, detective?
Please connect to Sylvia again.
Just a second. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Hey Sylvia, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
I think I got everything I need, thanks.
You hear the call.
Anything else I can... 57...
In the cabin, you see rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Wait, I didn't. What bonus was I get? Intensize red checks, failures, heal plus 1 morale. Fist and motor red checks, failures, heal plus 1 health. Okay. Sure. Oh, I was gonna turn. If I have detective mode on. I think that makes it so stuff is automatically highlighted, so I don't always have to hold right click in 24/7. Not a very clear highlight though. This is very subtle. Yo, what's up, Mr. Razis?
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Keep stuff so you're snipping cabinet. I should force this guy to cooperate with me.
Right to work!
Mr. Racist, yeah, that guy is just a racist. That's his entire thing. He's just a racist. Not even the best racist here. Well, that would be me, of course.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Yes, Efsler and Fjord the World send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
I am a racist. I am a racist. Top 3 after Measurehead and Enda. Wait, you think Measurehead is a better racist than I am? No way. No way, man. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay, then how's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red.
Oh, damn it, I'm never getting any bonus for
You bring the
this.
raucous. You bring the sirens.
You're never getting a single bonus for this check. Hello again. Hi there, mister. Oh, is the tide low or whatever now, so I can see whatever the hell this thing is? Why does this thing elude me? Well, I think we found the dudes, the guys. No boat in the boathouse today. The section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. Oversized superstar sunglasses. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Dazzling reflexes, the mirror lies. Better bring my bottle catcher out. A boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of the shaded bench, covered in rust. The sign says, Entrée interdite. An old ticket taker booth no longer in operation. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual, even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez's sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Damn. Okay. So, I'm gonna move this shit down because essentially we can never equip any of this again. Well, actually, I'll move them up. I'll put them up here. That way they're not jumbling with the stuff that I actually want to wear. Can't equip this either. Maybe I should organize my inventory into like the different slots. Let's do shirts. Glasses. Gloves. Okay, so I need visual, whatever, visual confrontation. Visual conflagration. There we go. Little tiny buff.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other, unable to piece together the big picture just now. There's a hole in their hypothesis.
I'm dumb.
The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth.
I choose an option that makes me lose my goddamn mind. Oh, gotta get a bonus to this, I guess. +2 logic. What is this, a hat? Oh, nice. Oh, can I wear the full foul outfit? Am I gonna get a set bonus if I do? I'm missing maybe gloves and the chest? I think I already gave the way to the other guy, though, the jacket, so I don't think I can. Oh, let's read it. +2 logic, ultimate peak focus, -1 perception, eyes on the road. The small wireframing inside this futuristic looking fun peepo hat gives it an aerodynamic shape of swooping skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears, eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. Yo, your wife is looking for you. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid, and still they won't light up. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes and crumbling. The buoy bobs in the water, the number on is 11.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Wait, I can't see anything interesting.
You don't have a reason to. Yet.
What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
What? I thought it was gonna give me a thought or something.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary.
Crypto-fascists.
I'll handle it.
It must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Why am I here? Just to suffer? Hello, J. Softlace. Again. Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage? But there was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
No, see, I jumped over the canal in my motor carriage, tearing through the Samaran Butter sign, which fell into the canal, blocking the gates. I used the pawn shop as a launch ramp.
Why?
Because I'm insane.
Insane? Yes, okay, good. But you said the water lock is fixed now. So we can go back.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
This is a man possessed, always on the brink of some breakthrough. He won't leave if there's a sliver of hope. The great find might happen today.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
It fastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
Where's interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid, of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect. It disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sort of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
That makes sense.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So, very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real. By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Endaline phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Wait, is that what I think was hiding over here?
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to
That'd
you,
be crazy.
or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for. A spectre.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore. I have to resist the thought such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
No, it could be a failure. Parthenogenesis?
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Females reproduce without males? A travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Endaline phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
More than some, he admires this about her.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out.
Nice.
At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Endaline phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
What do you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes.
It's
What?
time to- how did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
So you're living your childhood dream out here?
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do.
My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot.
So you
Both
have-
the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
You never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid. Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real?
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves. More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
We have some of this stuff in real life too, right? I remember that video of it's like 2 dudes who capture some bird on video or something like that. It's like the first time that bird was ever captured on video. Another proof, then the Insulindian phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
Thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
Let's talk about specific cryptids.
All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
What?
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena, or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees. They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, They're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Wait, so I may have seen these willow people without knowing it?
You probably have.
How did you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined. Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
I know all about the kind green ape. Look, I even have a kind green ape pen. Take out the pen.
I see you've been talking about cryptids with Lena. The kind green ape is one of her favourites.
A warm wave passes him. Of course, the kind green ape is her favorite, he thinks.
We travelled to South Safra to look for it once. Gary and I got stuck in a rainstorm, though, and had to spend most of our time there in a little village. The search was fabulously unsuccessful, but the people were very nice. I'm glad they didn't understand what Gary was saying about them.
What? South Safra? They're just on a different rung of the ladder, Morale. I had no problem with them.
Really? You kept complaining about how dirty everything is, but we digress.
Wait, does he look way different on his picture than the in-game model? He has like long brown hair on the picture, but in the in-game model he is like balding and gray-haired.
They're a nascent culture. I just didn't feel comfortable. And let's change the topic, okay?
Or is
Talk
that...
about your critters.
Or is that
or
this
whatever.
guy? No.
Yes, back to cryptozoology. You don't want to sow disagreement between friends.
By all means.
Yeah, no, what the hell?
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer? Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. That sounds awfully familiar. Something to keep in mind for later.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Yeah, I'm more of a city boy too.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew.
Dark times will do that to good men.
He now scrambled and shifted his gaze to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Is this your mug? Hold up the yellow man mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man. That's not something many people go around saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Still, seems suspicious. Did I mention that the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
I am. Rip out a fine slip for 20 real. I don't like it. I don't like that it disrespected Kim, but the game did tell us that if we give people lower fines, they'll like us more. I'm just littering.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Koikos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, do you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanging behind the whirling and rags, into a trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changed his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I can help your investigation, in my small way.
Blinking sound, thinking about the armor. Compulsion. You know anything about the man hanging behind the whirling and rags?
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way, but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
What does he do then? This feels like a good opportunity to dominate him.
What do you do then if not cryptozoology?
Oh, this and that.
Sounds shady.
Officer, I would never. I just didn't want to bore you with unnecessary detail. I work as a special courier. You know, urgent deliveries, overnight deliveries, deliveries to out-of-the-way locations.
So you deliver things. What kind of things?
Oh, I don't know the contents, officer. Part of my job is discretion.
Fascinating. Let's talk about something else.
Yes, officer?
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
Yeah.
Well, this is that racist.
It's nothing compared to Measurehead. Yes, our lucky races.
Hey, man. All I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Yeah, what are they doing in that Seol of theirs? Scheming? You have a problem with Seolites?
No problem at all.
Compulsion.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Okay, but am I boring?
You? I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it.
How could I possibly be boring? How's that even possible? How's that remotely possible? Sorry. I clicked the craziest options in the game. How is this even a remote possibility? What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concern.
No need to be defensive.
Okay,
The
I
red,
like
of
brown.
course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that. It's official. My lord's Copo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait, this will be my Copo type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Why not? Send out a telefax then. I'm not ashamed.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Oops. Okay, so it looks like you've got a bit of the normal in you, a touch of the regular. 4 grams of Johnny Normal Cop. Who would have thunk it? You, the extremist of all the cops. You said some pretty boring things back there, and now you have 2 choices. You can either leave it behind and forget about it, or you can try to utilize your normalcy. Internalize it. Get a touch of vanilla back into the herring-flavored egg and licorice ice cream of your mind. Call General Public Library for information on the library's card owner. Analyze Gary's composure to find out if he's hiding something more. Oh yeah, so I need compulsory clothes. Let's see. Surely oh, there we go. Booty shorts. Shoes. We got a +2.
Always a officers.
Oh man, I really want to succeed at this one, but what if I do drugs? How do I do the drugs again?
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
Wait, but Kim is here. He'll be disappointed.
See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. And, Kim, it can help you with everything.
I'm gonna do this now.
This is so unprofessional of you. Think you can ignore this? Your moral compass telling you to sniff it? Guess again. You'll be back here soon. You'll get the chance to choose more one.
You've passed up your chance to start using speed for now, but don't worry. The option to use it becomes available again.
Oh. Oh, I guess that was more of a commitment than I thought it was gonna be.
Always a pleasure.
I mean,
officers.
I feel like I deserve a little bit of luck here. So we're at a 6, and we have to roll 8 or higher, so it's slightly above average. I mean, come on.
Is he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like beads. But what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes?
Oh, it was a DC 14. Are you currently sporting some anal beads?
You wouldn't be able to hear if you were wearing anal beads. Please excuse my colleague's humor. Working this murder case is taking a toll on us both. You don't quite have to answer that yet.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, that's my goddamn armor. Should I pick up, I feel like I have to pick up a point in compulsion just to get my armor back.
Always officers.
Do I have anything I can buy that would have given me compulsion? I was gonna go buy books. I gotta remember that. Oh man. Okay, well, hey, listen, let's put a point in, I guess. YOLO, I need my armor. Out of mana.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
There's a lack of magnesium in me?
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
I need to mag it up?
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
It is generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms, fusing little carbon tubes together to form complex, mushy structures capable of thought, love, and locomotion. It is also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it is important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired? Mag it. Down? Mag it. Mag time. Liver damage? Maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? This is like a funny one. I'm not gonna unlearn something for it though, but...
Always officers.
Please, for the love of God, please.
Okay, he keeps shifting uncomfortably, but you can't make head or tail of this sound. And honestly, it's rude to stare. So...
Always officers.
I need my armor. I gotta get the armor.
Always a pleasure. Officers.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive musculature?
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
Something worn underneath it?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see, gleaming white ceramic shine underneath, a thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Give me the armor now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. Lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Alright. So, we had to spend 2 XP on that, but at least we have the courier last now. I would lose drama. Oh, look how badass I am. And my morale goes up. What am I missing now? A helmet? Oh, I didn't switch back to my other gear. I don't think there were leg plates, right? So I think I'm missing a helmet, maybe. Oh, let's read it. Whoops. +1 pain threshold, thicker skin, +1 illusion, borrowed confidence, -1 empathy, mania of invulnerability. The virtuous enamel cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat, and it also makes pretty porcelain sounds when it shakes. That would have been a cool attention to detail. Like, I get -1 empathy with this, which kind of sucks, but I mean, my empathy is still pretty good. Okay, next XP point we get, I'm grabbing Hardlight or whatever. Whatever I need to deal with, Mr. Racist Man. Half-Light. What? Oh, I can try this one again too. Oh wait, I'm allowed to try this one. Why did that happen? Why am I allowed to do that check again? I didn't even do anything for it. I don't understand how this works. It's just sometimes when the day advances you get to like retry checks for some reason. I don't even remember what this knickknack stand was supposed to be. Oh, maybe I got some bonuses from random things, and that's why. Like, we just spoke to our races, now speak to the other races, gives us a bonus or whatever.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Hey, are you the lead programmer of Viral Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Have you seen the Crab Man?
Nope.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
And the Crabman has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crabmen.
Grows up now tinkering with the machine's printer.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
Where are so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna? Point to it.
I use the AR-1 as my RAIM prefect's processing unit.
RAIM Prefect, that's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait, what's on air?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
So the computer doesn't have a local processing unit. It sends like a signal to a different thing that is like the processing unit.
Like love.
And the AR-1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Isn't your RAIM Prefect's radio computer made exclusively for the government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
And you work for the government?
No, I don't.
Why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation, and RAIM Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a RAIM Prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see RAIM Prefects in every police department, for example.
How did you get your hands on it?
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIM Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as RAIM Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain.
What about those balls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIM Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Right, I'll try to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world, what does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
God. I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. Hold on a moment, does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
Right, nothing to do with ghosts. Start writing it down in your ledger.
You do know there's no need to officially document this information, right?
She has already turned back to her keyboard.
Ghosts? I don't believe in them either.
What not many know is necroplasma exists. Nods.
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much result.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might somehow be responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you even listened to it? Like, actually listened?
Yeah. Like, all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
She pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but do you feel about how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anodic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck.
The mother of humanism stands above you.
We need to visual calculus our way into this thing too. That's important for me. I guess before I go talk to them, I should go do the checks. Because I might get stuff from conversations that unlock more checks, right? I can just fast travel. I don't think fast travel passes time, so boop. Okay, let's start with Mr. Racist Lorry Driver.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Dress code a ceramic night. Oh my god. Well, I can't wear... There's a jacket that gives me half-light, right? That I bought? Did I guess what that gives you? +2 half-light? Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, it was pants. Oh, I don't want to take these off because then I lose the bigger bonus.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Make him tell you what he knows.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me the lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry, where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? Oh my god. I'm gonna put you in a cell with a giant kip. You're gonna be bleeding kipped dick, you hear me? I'm into your fucking lorry, I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm gonna go to the police radio saying this guy told Madre to fuck off.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too.
Nice. We did it, Reddit. I think that the knick-knack. Wait, oh, the knick-knack sign isn't yellow anymore. Interesting. You will never get this, you will never get this.
This screen found, A to Z, Contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Okay, how are we gonna get this open?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Good idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Pry bar.
This screen found
28% chance.
is parked
Oh my
in the
god.
shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
Oh, physical instrument. Let's see if we have any physical instrument close, I guess. Ah, this is a physical instrument. Electrochemistry. Ha ha ha. Alright, slightly higher
This
chance.
screen found A to Z. With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lorry Cabin.
Nice. We rolled a 10. Welcome to Ravashol, window.
The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
This lieutenant then sticks his hand into the window like a common car thief and then
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Push in the toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The sandpaper also rub off on the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Ooh.
Yes?
1 second.
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
I think the entire union is involved. Maybe even all of Martinez look around suspiciously. This is what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Not necessarily. The lady driver could have kept the drug trade a secret.
You're right. But we should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Spotted the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy.
Is that my wife?
This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
The centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. This is Tip Tijon, a a starlet from the dawn of... She wasted away in a drug den. The actresses and
Next
the
time the
rear
radio.
looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least. Perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key.
What else is there here?
The smell. You close the rock.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Sure.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
This looks like something a police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well...
Unimportant.
So it turns out this is connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Will the RCM open an investigation to this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
Elster, got a minute? Oh, this guy wants to talk to me. Let's see, let's put our shopping bag back. Let's get our armor back on.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where the cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who'd tell on her. But is she in trouble?
There's going to be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
No need for you to do anything. Don't worry. The police are looking into it. I really don't know.
Damn. I always warned her to watch herself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Why Tommy Lehome?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him.
Alright, another question actually.
The man tap.
Goodbye. Oh, we can call the library now too.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Hold on. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Magine, a reader.
Billy Majon, you said.
Oh, Majon.
Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
Yeah, home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Do you have any other information on Billy Magine?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
You hear someone answer from afar.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
So Billy Magine is a woman, not a man? How did your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looks like?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What's he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Thank you, that's all for me.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need? 57.
In the cabin. Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just contactee status. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
My witness isn't a local. Let's just drop this.
Your fake witness? Yeah, let's do that before this gets embarrassing.
Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. I feel like I want to get this authority check done before I do that. Which at this point means leveling up, which means getting 30 more XP.
Again? I can't be—
The man does—
Wait. What the hell's this?
Hi, gendarme.
Oh.
Another rendezvous.
Hello, adjust your tie.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here, my room is right upstairs. I'm here to drink myself into oblivion. This is where I'm going to go down in history. I'm going to sing karaoke.
Really? Well, I look forward to that.
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides the muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I need to talk to your Sunday friend again. It's about committee business.
Oh, a committee. How interesting. And if I may ask, Gendarme, what is this committee about?
He takes a measure, drag off his cigarette. It's about assigning la responsabilité.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course.
You know when he'll be back?
Not a clue. I'm not his agenda keeper, you see.
Does that look from along the coast?
I guess you will.
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust governments.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, Gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Not even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
Hmm? What about me, Gendarme?
A gendarme?
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Composure? How do I get a little bit more composure?
Hi again, Gendarme.
Alright. 42% chance?
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
Oh my god. It's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 all over again, man. No, please.
Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Why are they making me say this? Are you a part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yeah, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security, the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.